Hi there, Will here, and today, probably one of the cooler videos I've ever uploaded. I'm obviously only going to be uploading this by the time things have actually come to fruition and gone out there and I can formally announce this, but a picture I made as part of my big road trip video has been selected for exhibition as part of the Taylor Wessing Portrait Prize at the National Portrait Gallery, which is amazing and I think unequivocally the biggest photographic accomplishment of my life at this stage. The catch is, as of this moment right now, I don't have a parental release form for the person in the photograph, and they're a minor. And theoretically, this shouldn't be something too hard to accomplish, I think, in most circumstances, because, I don't know, most of the time when you make a picture of someone, you have some way of contacting them after the fact. This portrait specifically, if you watch that video, came about very spur of the moment on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere in the Eastern Cape. What that means is that it's been very difficult to track down the kid in the portrait. I've had my friend Harki, who farms out there, trying to get a hold of people that might know him or know of him at least, and I've had no dice. So today is the 19th of June 2025. The deadline for me to hand in these forms and things is the 23rd of June, and I'm going to drive 10 hours to the Eastern Cape. The time right now is 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm probably not going to be able to leave for at least another 2 hours, so it's going to be a bit arduous, but it'll be a grand adventure, and obviously I'm bringing you along with me. Okay, I'm on the road. What I'm going to do is first pick up film, which I've just done for me, literally. I'm spending all the money I have in my bank account right now going and doing this. Bit scary, but it's worth it, without a doubt. Gonna go pick up prints that I printed to give to the folks if I do manage to find them and get them to sign things, and then cruise on. I'll report back. We've got 10 hours to drive. It's 3:35 right now, so we'll see how we go. Part of the joys of leaving at this time is that I get to sit in rush hour traffic. Yay! And we're back on the road after a couple hours sleep. It's 5:40 in the morning. I've been up since like 4:30, but really couldn't bring myself to get out of bed until now because it's so damn cold. I've got like 7 hours to drive now. I'll just take you through that in a few quick clips potentially, and then we'll be there. Alright, I just got to Alexandria, which is, if you've watched any of my other videos in this area, about 14 minutes away from Borkness. And there's two roads one can take to get to Borkness, the main tar road and then the dirt road, which happens to be the road where I first ran into that young child. So I've decided to drive the dirt road, even though it's going to add some time, and maybe we'll see if I get lucky, and the first thing I do upon arriving here is finding the guy. You wouldn't believe it. You're not going to believe it. There's no chance you'll believe it. I literally just drove down that road, took a picture of the leopard tree, because I was driving past it, and I've been on the dirt road for like 30 minutes now, probably. And the first person I saw was that farmer in that bucky and the farmhand with him. I stopped my car and waved, and they were a ways away, and I was like, "Hi, what's going on? My name's Will, blah, blah, blah." He invited me into his field, which is very kind of him. And I explained to him that I'm looking for a kid that I photographed last year. And he'd heard about this story already, obviously, because Harki's been asking around for me since I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get out here. And he said, "Yeah, I've heard of it, and I haven't had a chance to tell Harki yet, but I found the dad." So the first person I've spoken to has found this child's father. So now it's just about meeting up with the dad and seeing if we can work something out, I suppose, you know? This is wild. That's crazy. He signed it. I mean, he was such a kind dude as well. Like, it's his only son, he said, and I gave him the picture. He obviously had no idea what was going on before I explained the story, and I told him there's an exhibition in London. I've been able to get the opportunity to present this thing. Would you be okay with me showing it? And he said, of course. And we spoke a while about stuff. He's lived here for 18 years, which is crazy. Well, actually, I think he might have lived here his whole life, but he's worked on that farm for 18 years. Anyway, he was such a kind soul. And there's going to be a picture of his son in the National Portrait Gallery. That's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe that the first person I spoke to knew him. And that 14 hours of driving later, as soon as I arrived, basically, I found the person I needed to find. That's just crazy. Kind of need to decide now if I'm going to hang around and make some photos or just drive straight home tomorrow. Obviously, Maya wants me to drive home, but I'm quite keen on putting some more work into the book project. So we'll see. I did end up spending another week out there, but that'll be for another video, I think. And lived quite a lot of life between when I went on this trip and got to go to London. I shot an Adidas campaign and got to shoot the summer campaign. But both of those maneuvers are also for other videos. What we're focused on here is a trip to London. I'm going to give you a bit of a further rundown of what it took to get out there and all the people involved in me being able to do this at all. But before that, I would like to say that I'm going to do a print run with this photo of Vui because I've come to realize that as special as this whole experience has been for me, and sharing it with them is also a very special thing to be able to do, the impact that this picture having the pervasiveness that it does is going to have on their lives versus my life is quite different, I think, you know? Like, for me, it's something that I can hopefully make use of going forward to do other photographic things, but to them it's kind of like, well, the picture's out there and that's cool, but they don't get to go see it, and, you know, there isn't maybe necessarily a completely thorough understanding of the scope of it. So, print run. I'm going to do a print run. 50% of the proceeds from the print run will go to Vui, the sitter in the photograph, either for an education fund or, depending on, I don't know, how well the print run does, we'll end up discussing with his dad other options, with an education fund being the primary one that I'm interested in, to be honest, because that'd probably be the biggest tangible impact, you know, to his life, to be able to send him to get a higher education or something. So yeah, that's the thing. Outside of that though, I'm still trying to process just how special that trip was, really. I mean, I've shared snippets of it with you now, but a large element of it was also the fact that I got to travel with my gran for the first time and bring my mom out there too, and share the experience of seeing the opening with them, and what it was like walking into that gallery and around the corner and seeing that my picture was the first picture one sees, which, I don't know. It's just incredible. And it's not something, like, a lot of this stuff isn't things that I knew were going to be a thing beforehand, you know? Like, they had emailed and asked if they could use the picture on the cover of the catalogue, and I was like, yeah, sure, but kind of figured that they ask a bunch of people that question just in case, and then make the decision afterwards. And then it was on the cover of the catalogue, and the Billboard thing was also very lucky to be able to see, because initially it was only going to happen after I'd already come back to Cape Town, and I delayed my ticket to see it, and then it got delayed anyway, so the odds of me ending up seeing it, even though I changed my ticket, were quite slim. And then the last evening before Maya and I flew back to Cape Town, we went and tried, just in case, because the person I speak to at the gallery said there was a chance that some of them might be up, and I got to see it. So that reaction that you see of me giving a little hop or whatever is the exact moment that I see it for the first time as the train departs, and that was pretty special, you know? I mean, when I lived in London before, I didn't really have the grandest time being there as a student, and my degree show at the university I went to also wasn't necessarily the best experience for me, for a variety of reasons. But basically this entire trip and what has resulted from this one picture I made, it's kind of offset all of that, you know? And I'm just grateful to have been able to get out there at all. It wouldn't have happened without a stack of people and an immense amount of luck. I'm going to try, off the top of my head, thank a bunch of the people that need to be thanked. Starting, obviously, with Fundile and Vui, the sitter, and his father. Fundile is the father, Vui is the sitter. Harki, for doing his utmost to hook me up with the connects and hosting me while I was out there. My friend CJ, who also offered to host me out there, even though I'd never gone and hung out with him that side of the world before, which was glorious and will appear in the video that is to come of there. Starkey for delivering this print for me, because I didn't want to send it straight to the gallery because there was a risk of it not arriving, you know. So I sent it to Starkey, and he underwent the effort to go drop it at the gallery, which is incredible of him. My mom, my gran, my dad for everything he did that allowed me to go out and do this. Everyone I've worked with this year, to be honest, because when I went and got the permission here, I wasn't sure that I'd really be able to go to London, to be honest, just because it costs a lot of money to go to London. Anyway, a lot of people to thank, too many people. You, of course, for being here and watching this, also, large part of it. The people who support this channel on Buy Me a Coffee. I'm also, as part of this print run, going to do something that I have not done before, and every single print will be signed and editioned. So irrespective of size, which normally an A4 or an A3 print are not signed or editioned, just because it offsets the value, kind of, having things up that way. But for this one, because the goal is to sell a decent amount of them so that I can hopefully change a kid's life, signed and editioned, no matter what size. And I'll give a few of them postcards too, because I got a bunch of postcards from the gallery that I'll write little messages to, if you're lucky. I suppose you'll just have to see, because it's going to be luck of the draw. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you endlessly to everyone that I have to thank for being able to go and do this. And I'll see you in the very near future. There are a number of videos to come. Campaign ones, adventure ones, maybe even a camera one, since that's what people like to see. Anywho, ciao.